In the hot desert sun of Arabia, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, on his way back from Hajjat al-Wada', the farewell pilgrimage, halted the caravan heading back to Medina in an area now known as Ghadeer Khum, a waterhole between Mecca and Medina. The Prophet told the pilgrims to collect all of their saddles and pile them up to create a platform which he can ascend on. Starting his sermon by telling people that his time is near and reminding and warning people of their deeds, the Prophet ﷺ asked Imam Ali, his cousin and son-in-law, to ascend the platform and stand next to him. The Prophet then asked, "Do I not have more right over the believers than what they have over themselves?" And the pilgrims responded, "Yes, O Messenger of God." Then he followed this question with a key statement: "Ala man kuntu mawla, fahadha aliyun mawla. Allahumma wali man wala, wa adi man aada." Whoever I was his master, then Ali is his master. O Allah, befriend the friend of Ali and be the enemy of his enemies. The announcement, made in front of thousands of Muslims, was narrated by countless number of Sunni scholars such as Ahmad ibn Hanbal, al-Tabari, Ibn Majah, al-Nisa'i, and al-Nawawi, as well as all of the Shia scholars. This begs the question, why would the Prophet do this? While some Sunni interpreters say that the event was due to disagreements between the companions and Imam Ali over the division of spoils of war following the battle in Yemen, the immediate context of the narration shows that the Prophet ﷺ knows that he will be passing away soon and is seeking to leave a successor behind him, especially within the context of the question that he posed, "Do I not have more right over the believers than what they have over themselves?" It becomes clear from this question and the context of the narration that the Prophet was seeking to designate his successor. And this is not rare, as we see that throughout the Quran, many prophets have designated their successors who will continue to spread their message and preserve it. Throughout Surah Taha, we see that Prophet Musa asked Allah to allow his brother Harun to be his advisor and helper against Pharaoh, and he entrusted him with the leadership of the people upon his descent to Mount Sinai. In Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 124, Prophet Ibrahim asked Allah to allow his sons to follow his footsteps as imams and leaders to continue this message. The Quran in Surah An-Naml verse 16 also mentions the successorship of Sulaiman following Dawood. Would it be possible that Allah would not seek to preserve and uphold the final message to humanity? It comes as no surprise that the Prophet, in multiple occasions, accepted by both Shia and Sunni scholars, has said that he has left behind two weighty things, in which Muslims must follow to not be misguided: the Holy Quran and his holy household, the interpretation of the Quran. While some Sunni scholars have said that the two weighty things were the Quran and the Sunnah, Shia scholars respond by saying that the Sunnah of the Prophet should be taken from his household, who were the closest people to him, and who the Prophet himself has ordered us on many occasions to love them, especially as mentioned in the Quran. Say, "No reward do I ask of you for this except for the love of my kinship." In another narration by Salama, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, he once gathered his daughter Fatima, Imam Ali, and Imam Hassan al-Hussein under the cloak, and announced them as his holy household who are purified from sin, as the Quran described in Surah 33 verse 33. Thus we see that the event of Ghadir is not one that is uncommon within the prophetic lineage mentioned in the Quran, as the prophets have always left behind successors, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was no different to his predecessors. On this auspicious occasion, we ask God that He guides our hearts and minds towards true faith, so that we can apply its principles of truth, mercy, and justice towards all of humanity.